Hello ratbags, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome to an ARK Survival Evolved news video. A very special one, guys. The patch notes for PC have been updated and the dev kit has been updated as well, so we get a sneak peek at some of the items being added into the game before release. I did try my best to find some information about end bosses. I'm going to go over that with you in a second as well. Syntac done a really good video last night. He's actually got it modelled on an actual wyvern, so go and check that out, guys. I just don't know how to do it, to be honest, but I'm going to go through the patch notes with you as well and give you an update on other things that are going on with the Xbox and the final disc submission. So if you don't know, obviously I'm just getting ahead of ourselves. You may not have seen Syntac's video and you may have no idea who he is, but this is the wyvern tech saddle, guys. Look at it. In it a beast, in it an absolute beast. So yeah, I presume this is coming into the game, guys. No idea how it's going to be implemented, whether or not you're going to pick it up from the Manticore. I'm guessing that's the one because that is really the only boss that could possibly have it. I don't know, maybe they're doing it for Ragnarok. Maybe it's something you can get for defeating the boss on Ragnarok. That would be cool as well, because there is the Ice Wyvern on Ragnarok. And out of them, it's probably the least OP because it's got that ability to slow animals down rather than like just simply do damage. So yeah, it could be something like that. We just don't know, but it is pretty cool. I just couldn't get a model in there. I was really hopeful it would have the end bosses in the dev kit, but it doesn't, and this is why. So people were talking about it in the Reddit, and Jesse, one of the creators, chipped in. The end game and final boss are in the console disc build and will not be added to the digital version until launch day, because you were all extremely resourceful and determined and would find out how to access it ahead of time in about 15 minutes if you knew it was actually in the live build. And he's 100% right, because within like 8 hours, I was playing around with this last night and my PC is not particularly great. It can't cope whenever I do too much on a dev kit. Otherwise, I would have done lots more on a dev kit. I've always been interested in this stuff. I've always been interested. I've gone through it a few times. I've shown you stuff a few times. But that's the reason I've never really done big videos on it, because my PC just can't handle it. I press something, it crashes, and it all goes to... But if you remember my video the other day where I told you about Ascension and why I think these are going to be the bosses, it's pretty simple, really. Look, I'm going to show you the file that they're in. So there's lots of files in the dev kit, and you can go and basically pull out anything you want to play around with, and this is what modders do. This is how they do it. There's a big test section, and it's some of the big hitters for the game. Damien Ball, he's one of the lead design engineers. We've got Jesse, as well as a bunch of other people. Hiding in Test Michael, which has been here a while, and I've shown this off before, and we spoke about this before. Some of you guys told me it's in a mod, and yeah, it's in a mod because they took it from here, not the other way round. Yeah, this is what I think the end bosses are going to be. There are different ones as well. I'm going to pull them out for you in a second and we'll show you quickly. This isn't the skin for it. This is the actual skin for this one. Sorry, where's it gone? That one. So it's very unrefined, very weird, so it hasn't been developed at all much further than that. But you can mix around, you can put different skins on it that are from the other bosses. So you can just literally make it look a bit different. When you look at it, it does look very much like a tech tier saddle, doesn't it? Or bionic saddle, I should say. But obviously the bionic saddles, the bionic things do not move, so that's the big difference. And just in case, you may never have seen this, this might be brand new to you. So you know what, I'm gonna pull them off. I'm gonna show them out for you. You've got this big guy, if I can get him down. Yes, you've got the Dodo tech boss. So this is what I think is going to be the end. This is the Ascension bosses, guys. It's under the end boss. Everything says end boss about these creatures. But anyway, we're going to come back to that in a minute. Sorry, guys, I've got really excited about this video today because I've spent a long time getting it ready and trying to do something with it. In fact, I was so excited, I forgot to actually mention the tech shield and the tech sword. Look at this. Now, everyone's been saying it's like Halo. That's what everyone's been comparing it to. What do you guys think? Is it a Halo sword? I would love to have been able to play around with it a little bit more and actually do something with it. But other than moving it around like that and pretending that we're chopping people's arms off, there's nothing much more I can do. I can't actually make it into the hand of a character. That would be really cool. I'd love to see someone like Frisonis do that, or someone like that with the dev kit. Actually show it in someone's hand being used. But yeah, I like this as well. The shield's pretty cool. The shield's not too sad. I don't know. It's just, I think, where's this going to fit in? Where's this going to fit in terms of the boss? Maybe more rumour. What if this is what you get, and this is how you can take on the actual end bosses, eh? What if that's the case, and you need these weapons to really stand a chance against these, because they're meant to be really super duper hard. So that is my theory, guys. I've shown you a couple bits. Let's go into the patch notes now and take a quick look at what's actually going on. So go and check that video out where I explain what Boss Wars is as well, and what a final ascension is looking like. Now these are the PC patch notes. These will come to Xbox and PS4 probably before release. So there's a brand new simple sky system that adds atmospheric fog to it. Single player dinos no longer fall through clay floors. Yes. They've optimized the memory, so hopefully that means the game will run better. The UI settings that they added recently apparently weren't working that well, so they've fixed the issues with multiple platform floors on rafts is now working, fishing quality slider is now working, crafting quality slider is now working, unlimited respecs, offline raid protection, log off period is all currently working by now. They've added some host menu settings. You can now disable dino taming, so if you really want to make your map no tame dinos, that is what you can do. Disable dino riding, maybe you can tame them but you just can't ride them. Fuel consumption interval multiplier and increase platform structure limit. That's going to be cool again, so that means you can build crazy things on structures by the sounds of it. The UE has gained an auto courage mode. Every 30 seconds the UE will give a courage roar in single player. Fixed the bug that provided infinite power, oh dear. They've reworked the trike charge, tail wag animations, they've increased the thrown spear damage, removed underwater fog, yay! Itchy and Pego don't steal stuff like item skins anymore. This one I mentioned yesterday about the max level dino achievement. It will be working by now, hopefully on the PC, and that should be coming to Xbox and PS4 soon. The final boss balance for Broodmother Megapithecus Dragon bosses in single player has been implemented. This has upset a bunch of people online. Now I did talk about this last week in one of the patch notes. I did say they were working on it, so expect the bosses to be harder. As you can see, Jack has responded, we'll be making adjustments to the bosses for online play soon. We've just flipped a switch to get back to working on the game since submitting for console certification. We've got a bit to catch up to do, and this is on a list of things that will be looked at. Basically, it's incredibly hard, and everyone's just whinging about it. And I don't blame them. If you're on official and you've grinded for weeks and weeks on end, the last thing you want to see is like unfairly bosses being just OP. Hitting a creature with a torch can now properly set them all on fire. Player default name changed to human. No more Bobs. No more Bobs, no more Joes, no more Janes. Your implant no longer shows up while searching in the inventory. Oh no, you can't look at it anymore. I like that. They've moved artifacts on the center map. I will look into that, guys. I will do a video, I promise, showing you where the artifacts now are on the center map. They've reinstated the center jump puzzle. Yep, they said they was going to do that. In fact, they was meant to have done that a few updates ago again. So you will now get a reward. If you don't know about what the center jump puzzle is, there is a cave that you can follow and go through. And it basically leads you to like a lava jumping area. And if you fall, obviously you die. But when you get to the end of it, you're meant to get an item or some sort of loot. But they disabled it for ages because people could just basically abuse it. They didn't have to jump the lava. They found ways around it. Fixed eels not being tameable in Prim Plus. Various procedurally generated ARK improvements. Does anyone even bother with that anymore? From what I know, it's just incredibly buggy and takes forever to actually load up and crashes a lot. There is a big Ragnarok update. I'm not going to do that just now, guys, because you know, this stuff is going to be mostly interesting to you because you'll know some of these issues because they have affected Xbox or PS4. But for me, sitting through patch notes about a map you've never played, specifically if you're on console, obviously on PC you may have, then there's just no point. I will go through that as an overview of what's changed with Ragnarok closer to release. So, PC Update 264 is ready. It should have been ready last night, yesterday. So go and download it. The dev kit is ready, as you've seen from that video. So what are you guys most stoked for? Is it actually getting hold of some more tech items, or is it the fact that the game is nearly ready to go? And I don't think it's going to stop there. I still think they're going to be adding a bunch more stuff like this. Smaller pieces, not dinosaurs, but definitely items like this to enhance either the end game between now and the actual console submission. So expect quite a big update on day one launch of ARK Survival Evolved. So I'm JADEPG. I'll see you ratbags very soon for another ARK update. As soon as I get information about the PS4 update, I'll let you guys know. Until then, bye bye!